Hold on. Hello, everybody. Okay. How we doing, guys and gals? I think I finally figured out my technical difficulties here, so we're a few minutes late. But how we doing now? Good. Welcome, everybody. So this is our first night streaming here, so we're going to do our best. Just let me know if... let me know if you guys have any feedback about the layout or the way things look or anything, and we are going to dive in and start with some Ark Nova tonight, and then probably work our way over to Earth later, unless we're just having too much fun playing Ark Nova. So we are currently sitting in the Gold League because we haven't been playing too much lately, but hopefully we can find some quality opponents and one win away from getting platinum here. So I took a big break after the after World Series of Board Games and didn't play so many of the World Series games because I was a little burnt out. But it's time to get back into it. So all right. So this is a good looking starting hand here. So first thing we always want to look at, I always check out my map. So playing on Observation Tower, which I've been arguing that this is one of the top maps, and I can't get Jonathan to agree. But so our hand here is very powerful here. So we have very strong cards. We have the Bald Eagle, the Rhinoceros, both cards that I'd be interested in playing in the long term. The Red Kangaroo is also very powerful, works well with the Rhinoceros. We also probably want an early play, so I'm definitely leaning towards keeping Adventure Playground. I think Thorny Devil is a good card that we can likely play early. We could probably consider taking the Crocodile here as a way to eventually work our way to 5 reptiles here. And then we could keep maybe, let's say, Bald Eagle here. This allows us to, we could start with the playground here. Maybe build the 5 enclosure here. That gives us, it doesn't quite give us enough money. Actually, if we take the partner zoo, we could play this crocodile. Or maybe we just want to play the crocodile later in the game and work our, and just play the Thorny Devil earlier, because we don't need to necessarily get the 5 reptiles right away. So maybe we keep these. I think we'll try that approach there. I just really don't like the water requirement on this crocodile, guys, so maybe I'm supposed to go like that. No. We'll go like that. Okay, so cards that came up on the display, none of these match very well with our conservation projects out there. So I'm thinking we probably want to snap a card here. I don't really love any of these cards. I actually don't mind Waza's small animal program, but we don't have a lot of small animals right now. We could draw 3 and discard 1, but that puts us in a bit of a tough spot. We're not going to have the rep to play this guy. Actually, if we take the university, we could, and this could be our engine here. So let's try that. See how that pans out for us. Okay, so our opponent plays the ornithologist. Very good card when birds are one of the things that we're going for here. So that's good for them. I'm going to go ahead and play Adventure Playground, and I think what we're going to do is, so I like the idea of getting 1 reputation because that'll help us flip a card earlier. I also like, what does this say? I like money as well. Don't really have the need for the X, so I think we're probably going to start down here, get our 1 reputation, and then we can build up there. Let's see if he, okay, so he agrees, nothing too snap worthy out there, so I think we're on the same page there. Okay, so we do have the option of building we could build a 3 enclosure here. Get the card draw to get the sea lion. I mean, we only have one, we only have one predator, so I don't know that I love that much. I think we're probably just going to build a, well, we're going to take a university first is what we're going to do. Get our 3 rep. Oh man. So I think what I'm probably gonna do is just overbuild, build a 2 enclosure here for the Thorny Devil. Even though he only needs a 1, it lets me get to touch my tower over here, so I can get the extra 2 points. Now we'll see if our opponent has assumably a small bird. I would assume is what he's gonna play. Yeah, so does play a bird there. It's probably going to play a kiosk off that, I would imagine. So it's a decent start, nothing super amazing for the opponent there. I guess in the theme of not super amazing, we're going to follow it up with something. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to X out my actually, hold on. So I have a couple options here. I was thinking about Xing out my cards, and oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I just noticed you guys were chatting in, and I didn't quite see those. I got to get used to seeing chat. It's on the other screen, which is not the best for my brain here. Anyways, so right now I'm thinking about using this X or Xing so that I can potentially play Waza before doing animals, which would let me draw the Caracal. But they might just break 5 right now, which is presumably what they're going to do. So I think I have to just play the devil. I don't know if it's the pressure of streaming this live or what, but I definitely don't feel the explosive start here that I was hoping for this game so far. But we'll see if we can correct course here. We've got a pretty good we've got a pretty good route towards 5 reptiles. Playing the crocodile is going to get us up to 4 or up to 3. Um, and he allows us to snap 2 cards. So now this is interesting. Our opponent has chosen not to use their X to trigger the break, which is almost certainly what I would have done. So I can break 4 with sponsors and then just save the snap for right after the break, and then he's gonna almost certainly take birds 2, or we could let him trigger the break, but yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and cause the break with our sponsor here. I don't really want to discard any of these 3 cards, and I don't really want to snap a card just to discard it, so. And then I'll just take a second university here, get my hand size, and we're off to the races. Now, that is just about, if I could pick a card out of the deck that I wanted to draw there, it would be native lizards. So if you've watched my video where I talk about the maps and everything, I talk about how native lizards is pretty good on this map. You can get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pretty easily, and most of the time you're wanting to build around the rocks anyways. So our opponent doing what I suspected, taking birds 2, which is all good. We are gonna snap the heck out of this native lizards, and hopefully we can get close to 9 points off it. We'll see exactly how it pans out. So okay, so thinking ahead, he's didn't like any of those. I'm surprised. I don't hate well, I don't know what he has in hand or they have in hand, but yeah, I don't mind snapping either one of these. These are pretty good sponsors you can play for appeal early on. I don't think either one of those would have been a mistake there. And I think at this point we're going to just, so we get 2 card upgrades. Definitely going to upgrade build because I have to start building. And then I don't think there's too compelling of a reason to flip sponsors at this point, so I'm going to flip animals here. And then build. Now, if we build a 10 or a 5 enclosure to fit this crocodile, we're not quite going to be able to play it. But now what we can do, eventually I think I want to build a 5 enclosure here so that we can get the 2-point bonus there, and then we can release this crocodile, not release it, but move it into our what the heck's that thing called? A reptile house. So now that we've got that going, our goal here is going to be to play a bunch of reptiles in enclosures touching the tower, and then subsequently play the reptile house to allow us to move those animals out. So knowing that I want to leave my 5 there, I think what I want to do is, so this is a good spot for a kiosk. I think getting over to this money is valuable. And so it's probably something like 2 enclosure there. And then 1 enclosure here. And the reason for that, no, I said I didn't want to do that. Undo that. Because I want to build my 5 here. could go... I could just go there. And then I could... Is there anything I want to draw? I suppose drawing... I don't think he's taking it, but it might be good. So our opponent stealing one of our cool small reptiles. Unfortunately, we didn't get all of them, but that is okay. So I'm hoping we get real lucky and hit an animal off the caracal, but I'm going to use an X on my Well, I was thinking about using an X on sponsors to play the small animal program, but it actually might be more compelling here to... I think I'm just going to trigger the break so he loses the advantage of his extra worker here. So that way we're rich, which is great. Now none of these are super compelling, so I am going to want to... If I play native lizards... Alright, so we'll start with this. We got to get the rep, and then I mean, it's very unlikely that we get a 1 enclosure here, but we'll try our best to get lucky, or a 1 animal here. Okay, so I like both of these animals. I think we're in a position where the ibex is going to be better because it's just cheaper and you get the money back. Okay, now we're probably going to be taking this peafowl here. Opponent playing Meerkatten, which is a great card for them. So there's another good one. We are hopefully going to be playing some Asian animals, so we might as well release them. So if I use an X, see the tough spot here is if I use an X to play my 5 enclosure. Oh, that'll work, I think. So we're going to go with this to play a 5. Drop the big boy. So we have enough to play the crocodile. And then... So I'm going to go animals. Then I'm going to build a 2 enclosure here to get this X. Then I can play native lizards. Oh, the only problem is if I do it that way... Oh, we've really screwed the pooch on this one, haven't we? You know what we could do is we could just bite the bullet, take the Asia partner zoo. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. So that was a misplay there. Unfortunately, our sequencing was off because I forgot about the maximum 25 here. And if we play the crocodile, we go to 26, which is not what, which wouldn't work out. So it's okay. Our opponent didn't have a second conservation project, so we didn't get punished too hard here. But definitely not the perfect world. But we're still playing an 8 appeal sponsor card, or 7 appeal sponsor card here, so that is great news. And we're setting ourselves up to either get 4 or 5 on the reptile here, so that's perfect. Now we got to start thinking about what we want to snap here. So, perfect world, we find a very cheap small animal. Okay, so I'm definitely going to snap the release project. Oh, wow. This is embarrassing, guys. I did not get the partner zoo for Australia that I needed to play this big boy. So that is not what we wanted to see there. So we're going to pivot a little bit here. And what we're going to do... That is quite the predicament. Alright, so mistakes have been made here. Probably the pressure of a live audience, but we're going to pivot our way into playing this P-foul here. It's a good enough backup plan, and it gets us into a situation where we're very close to, or we can get Asia, to Asia conservation project. So, yeah, so what's going to happen here is our opponent is going to trigger the break, which we're fine with. And he actually has created a situation that's quite nice for us here. So, turns out the best thing to do is just play suboptimally and get rewarded for your mistakes. So now we get to do this super awesome thing, which is drop 1 bird, determination, and apparently we just are destined to give our opponent a bunch of money, which we're okay with. Then we'll play a 2nd bird here, And then what we'll do is we're going to use the pavilions. So we're going to drop a pavilion here to get the X token. I could put a kiosk there, but I think at this point we're not going to have so many more breaks that I don't want to just get the point. And then put another pavilion over here. Let's see. I don't want to put a pavilion here because my plan now is to play a birdhouse here. So that it touches rock and water and I can get my eagle out of it and then replay the bonus. So I'm going to just put the pavilion there. And then that gives us the X so that we can do the conservation project, take baby Asia. Now, this is a choice that I hadn't thought this far ahead. So I could play sponsor for money and get $4 back, but I have Waza Small Animals going. That's not my favorite. I could take another worker, depending on how long we think this round is going to go, but I do think I'm going to probably be using sponsors here to likely trigger the break. So we could snap, which is an option. I think I want some money here. And I still have no compelling reason to do sponsors here. And our opponent has already taken the cheap donations, so I'm going to take cards here to get some more options. And we probably will take association as our last card flip, depending on how the game goes. But we want to get up to the favorite zoo, so so that's a good reason to flip cards here. Yes, good. I'm not the only one then. Thank you for pointing that out. I think I would say that the thing keeping me, I'm at about like a 400 elo in Ark Nova, maybe 500 as my peak, you know, but that's my biggest mistake. And it's normally not like partner zoo requirements. It's normally the pesky water and rock. Like that gets me the most of anything. It's just not paying attention to that water or rock situation. Okay, so I do like the idea of snapping this iguana or agama. It's an agama, but I'm planning on playing the small animal program. So I actually think I don't need to snap that because I can get it off the effect of this card. So what I'm going to do is just draw some other cards here, and we have a bird to release, so we're definitely taking the national park. And then I think we're going to just go one at a time off the top. So bird is good. Yes. I really wish they would fix the interface, Adam, to let's see. Sorry. I was reading your comment in the midst of trying to take my action there. But yeah, the way it pops your 8 cards in your hand and you're trying to soak in all this information, and I always forget to click the button to show the end game bonuses because it's like a whole separate hidden thing, and I always forget to look at that, which is, I wonder if it's in all these gears over here, if I can maybe someone can tell me if there's a way that I can see my bonus cards without clicking a button there. Like if you could just have them in your hand with you. I don't know if that's possible. That'd be cool. Alright, so we are going to hit the small animal program that I think I might overvalue this card a little bit. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. I mean, I feel like when you're going off with it, you're really going off with it, and life is great, and you're just loving life, and then sometimes you play it and you don't get very much out of it, you know? So I don't know. Maybe I overvalue it, maybe not. So the really cool thing here is we're going to be able to play. If he doesn't trigger the break, we'll see what happens here. But if we build, then we do animals, that 1 rep will get us our worker. So we can actually go build animals and then still do association. We'll get the worker. So we want to be mindful of what we build here. So I'd eventually want to build this birdhouse here to get the bald eagle out of it, so then I can open that 5 back up for the saltwater. So 2 things. That means I have to not build a 4 because I want to take the bald eagle out of the 5. So I have to not build a 4. And I want to definitely build a 2 and a 1 for these guys. So I want to play the reptile and kiosk here, unless I need money. Yeah, I can afford this. That's 10, 18, 10, and then I get 2 back. So if I go here, and then... No, I think I have to skip the... Let's see, I have 17. I want to play this guy and this guy. So that's effectively 8. And then 8. So I can't do that unless I get this 5 here. Well, you know, we could just build our birdhouse down here. Let's just do that. We'll just do that. Because that lets us get this 5 here. Okay, so we have $16. We'll be able to play Ibex and the grass snake. And then apparently we'll also trigger a break at that point. But I don't hate that. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate to trigger a break. And then, you know, as you unlock another worker, you're triggering the break, which is not super ideal, but life is life, you know? I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Whatever you do, don't mention the Tarsier to Nick Henning. If you ever meet him and, you know, you're striking up casual conversation, do not mention that card to him. It's got some tainted memories there. So we'll get the X for triggering the break. Gonna play our snake here. Okay, and now we need to think about. We don't have enough money to play our bird, unfortunately. So we're gonna snap this sunbathing guy. So we don't have any sponsors to play. I'm going to go ahead and clever away our sponsors here. Okay, so new plan. We have the option now of getting this elephant instead of the crocodile. This crocodile that I have been taunted by the whole game. Okay, I'll tell the story with the Tarsier, but hopefully this doesn't, you know, get back that I'm talking smack or anything. So he's in the, I think it was the final of this year's World Series playing Ark Nova, and his it was before the first break, and his opponent had a 2 enclosure, and that was it. And he really didn't want the break to be triggered, and so he was like thinking for quite a while, and then he's like, oh well, they're the only animal that moves the break 4 is the tarsier, and that doesn't go in a 2 enclosure. Like, there's no way someone would have built a 2 enclosure and then play this animal that only requires a 1 enclosure. Like, that couldn't possibly be the case. And he thinks about it for a good chunk of time, and then all of a sudden the person, of course, goes, yeah, I'll play this tarsier, trigger the break. And so he didn't get his income, and he got like 5 income on the first break, which set him behind. Our opponent is coming out of left field with an Okapi stable. And does he have something else to play with it? Let's see what we got here. So we were recently at a convention, and some of us were debating whether Okapi stable or the sea turtle tank was worse. And it got into a heated debate. So feel free to chime in if you feel strongly in favor of one of those two over the other. I think I'm personally, I was a big advocate that sea turtle tank is better, but I wasn't getting a lot of love on that. So, okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of our bird friend. And that's going to get us the ability to use our, we're going to be able to use our 3 enclosure again, which is awesome. My plan is to use my next, I want to get a 3rd worker here so that I can hit reptiles at either 4 or 5. So I'm going to take that, get my rep, cool, we love rep. And then get 4 here. Now I can take a partner zoo. So I think, guys, I'm going to not screw this up this time, and I'll take an Australia so I can finally play this animal here. And then I think I'm going to upgrade association. There's just no use. It's too late in the game for me to get much value out of sponsors, so. Okay, so now we're going to use cards and definitely take the elephant, at least so he can't get it. And then what I would like to do is build my birdhouse to open this enclosure back up. And then at that point, I can drop the saltwater crocodile. And I can actually play the Agama for basically free here. So I will have enough money to do, yeah. So I'll go, if I build the birdhouse, I go to 22, play this for 9, go down to 13, then I go back up to 21, and then I can play the crocodile. So things are looking up. And I might even be able to, theoretically, I might be able to play a reptile house and a birdhouse. But hopefully we've won the game before that becomes something we need to do. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and definitely draw this sun bear. Because sun bear, so if you haven't read the gospel of the sun bear, he's basically like an eagle, but easier to play. And I actually have the requirement met this time, so that's a good feeling. And then I'm not interested in these 3, so we'll draw the rest from the deck. Okay. We do not have herbivore breeding program, and it doesn't look like we're anywhere close to getting it. So I'll go ahead and discard that, I think. Actually, I'm never gonna play this tiger, I don't think. Am I? I might play the tiger. I'm probably gonna sunbathe these cards anyways, so. Yeah, so we're gonna do animals, or we're gonna do build the birdhouse, play animals. Okay, he's gonna snap that card, that's fine. Okay, good. So we'll be able to get a bunch of points here on this next turn, and we actually get to draw a card. Our opponent has 5 America, 5 Herbivore. Okay. So we'll probably take this petting zoo goat, unless he's gonna build and get it. No, I don't think he'll get it now. So we will go ahead and take that goat from him. Okay, so go here. Thank you, Mr. Goat. We're gonna play this Agama over in the corner. We'll sell a goat and a tiger. And then we'll play this, which will put us up to actually 6 reptiles. Take our 11 points and be happy about it. I think it's probably worth snapping this owl here. And we'll replenish after we snap the owl. I don't think, yeah, there's no harm in that. And then, wow, we actually have a bunch of rock icons, so the geological is going to be great for us. It's not every day you can get 3 or 4 points off of geological, so. So what we'll do is we will association for 5, then we'll trigger the break, and then we should be able to just hit the association again right after the break. I don't think I need to snap any more cards. I could take some money. Probably actually need a couple more enclosures here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm rich. Let's see, do I need to donate here? So we can, if the break gets triggered, we can play the Sun Bear, which gets us to 75. 10 is a little expensive. We'll do it. Presumably they might trigger the break, which would it's not. Okay, they're gonna play their expert on Asia, get the 5 points, or yeah, no, 4 points, 3 icons, and then they get a pavilion. We'll trigger the break, so we're leaving him with 2 unused heads, which is exactly what we want to be doing. So despite all my mistakes here that you guys have had to endure, I think we've done a good job of keeping the break, where we want it to be. And we're actually gonna, well, no, we're not quite gonna be able to, oh no, we will. Let's see here. So we'll build a 2 enclosure here. Do we care about drawing any of these cards with the 2 enclosure? I don't care about the expert. I can't play either of these. I don't have enough of those, and I don't have an Africa, so we don't care. So with our sponsor card here, confirm. Okay, so let's do some math. So we are at 73. I can play all 3 of these because I have that awesome sponsor card. So that would be, I have enough money. So 73 plus 4, 9, 12. It's 85. The rep gets us 1 there is 88. And then I get to do an action, and I can hit geological for another 9. I think that's 97, and I don't know that I'll have enough for a donation, but let's roll the dice and see how it pans out here. So we'll do this. Play this bird first. Maybe we'll draw something extra cool off this. Low mountain range is pretty cool. And then I don't think I care about any of these. Maybe we'll do this because I have the partners who. And then I'm going to play this one here. No, yes, this one here. Take my extra turn. So we're at 86. 80, 90. Okay, so we will be able to trigger the end of the game this turn. So we can snap this guy, which doesn't really matter. Perception 4. Maybe we'll get another one we can play here. Don't really care. Bird breeding program maybe, and expert on Africa. And then we can hit this for 7. Play. So I can release a 3 to get 9. That's 6 points. I could release this. Let's see. I could get 8. 15 minus 8 is 7 points. This one is just 6 points. This one's 9 points on its own. But I'm going to get the 2 rep there, so I want to get another rep. So it's probably this. Get the $5 so I can make a donation. Take 2 rep to get another conservation point here. and we just got exactly 100. So just as God intended it, we got right to our finishing point there. So. Oh, nope, I lied. We got to 103. I forgot about the donation. So, quite a finishing turn there. We only have 3 from Favorite Zoo, but our opponent has no points on their sponsors, and they really, I mean, the best they could do is, I mean, I don't even know what he's doing here. He's building 9 for some reason just to troll us here at the end, I guess. All right, so we got a few of the kinks out there in the first game. So I think there was definitely a few things there we could have improved just by paying attention, but we'll go ahead and fire up another one here and hopefully play a little tighter there. Let's take a look at the stats. So 28, pretty fast finish there. Anything below 30 is pretty good, so I'm happy with it. All right, another one down. Let's see if we can replicate. So we have finally cracked into the elite rankings. So we are number 1,460. A little bit of work left to be done. It's a little bit embarrassing to see my Ark Nova rating next to my Bunny Kingdom rating. So. Ooh, okay. So we have a strong opponent here. 1793, pretty solid rating. Oh boy, we have the different continents map. So I have not played this one very much. So we will be learning together here. So the way this map works is for each color, if I put an animal matching that continent into that area, I get a bonus and I get to take that thing off. And then if I happen to get all 5 of them off, then I get a conservation point. So I have no idea where we want to start on this map. I've only played it one time, but I do know we have Europe, monkeys, different animals. Yeah, I might have lied about the bronze. I was in bronze last week, but I forgot I won like 3 in a row last week. So, or I guess actually the more fun clickbaity thing to say is that I climbed from bronze all the way to elite in one night, which would be way cooler. But no, I was actually in gold today when I started. Sorry. Okay, so let's get back to this. So my first thought is Baboon Rock, definite keep when we have monkeys as the conservation project. So I'm feeling that for sure. I like the idea of bird breeding program here, given the fact that we have birds in our hand that we can play. So what I'm leaning towards here is, yeah, I know, I'm leaning towards these 4 here. I mean, I really would like to keep 5 cards because I want to keep this last bird as well. But I think it's right when monkeys are when primates is one of the things to keep Baboon Rock. The other consideration is it helps me get 5 species for species. So I think that this is the right keep here. These 4. After the last game, I'm definitely not keeping Crocodile because we all know I can't. I'm not talented enough to play the Crocodile, so that's out. Yeah, I think these are going to be the cards. Let's see. Okay, so we have Conservation Zoo and Aquatic Park. So those are both tough ones. None of our starting hands really that good for that, but I think we'll probably end up going for Conservation Park or Conservation Zoo and see where we go. So, okay. So looking at the card row, two Europe animals, which is cool. And then, so this is like a 2-card combo. If you can play the stork and then release the stork, that's a huge, huge play there. So I like the sound of that. Okay. All right, so a couple of things I'm thinking about here. So I really want to play Baboon Rock, which means I need an X. The unfortunate side effect is that none of the X's are near Africa, which is what I'd like to be playing here. I think just so we're secure, he's probably taking a university, but I got to make sure I can get my African partner zoo. So I'm going to go ahead and play the partner zoo first, just to be careful there. All right, so here's where I'm struggling a little bit. Let's say hypothetically I build something over here. I could then pay 6 to put my I could build like a I don't know, call it a kiosk, let's say, hypothetically, right? And then I put my baboon rock out into the world and it goes right here. I had to spend 8 for that. Now I'm set up where in the future I could spend another 6 to build here and then play my marabou. I think I like that actually. I don't know. So I've always liked this, like using the play a sponsor for money to actually I'm gonna build a kiosk. So I'm gonna go kiosk here in the corner, the very efficient corner kiosk. And then play my monkey baboon rock. And, oops, let's see. We're gonna go here. And then that's gonna eventually I want to build a 3 here to get my marabou in there. And then I'm thinking then eventually kiosk there, and then I can build something here to put an American animal in eventually. Okay, they're gonna take America. Okay, let's see. So I got nothing to see here with the sponsor, so I'm just gonna get some money. Now, if they cards and we cards, since I got the 2 points off of the baboon rock, okay, yeah, they're gonna play an animal, which is kind of what I figured. Did they take the stork? They must have taken the stork. Did I miss that? Okay. Yeah, so they when they built, they took the stork. So I am interested in taking this national park so that they can't stork me with the national park. That's what I'm hoping to not let happen. So I think it's worth. Oh man, is it worth snapping? I'm wondering if it's worth snapping that to deny it. Yeah, I think it is. Let me know. I'm starting to think that that maybe was wrong in every way. I kind of hate it. Um, So we could flip Waza large animals early. We don't have any rep. I'm gonna take one off the top. I don't think that I'm in the world where I'm playing large animal program this early on. Okay, so that's our third animal type for worm. So we're gonna play the marabou, and then we're gonna drop bird breeding program. Get our extra worker most likely. Okay, what did he do? Okay, so he's gonna play that. Well, it's interesting because the stork costs 4, or it needs a 4 enclosure, and he built a 3 up there. Okie dokie. So let's get our 4 points. Remove the Africa marker. Okay, so we don't need to clever right now because we have the association where we want it. I could get a rep knowing that and then I'm about to get 2 more rep when I do the bird breeding program. I could just build a kiosk. That's always fun. But I'm going to upgrade build, so I don't think I need that. Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah, so they're probably planning on playing a Europe in the 3 and then leaving room for themselves to build a 4 still in the remaining part of Europe or somewhere else. Okay, but we need to make this decision. So I don't think it's 2 points. I don't think I need the $4. I think it's this. Oh wow. Well, this is unexpected. So come to find out, our opponent actually discarded the stork. So now I regret even more not keeping the not keeping the release. So this white stork has thrown us for a loop this game. I always feel like when I'm monkeying around, and I've just got a bunch of monkeys, I find that I always see this, but I always see it when primates is already one of the things, and it's like a kick in the pants because it has no ability basically at that point. It's terrible. All right, so off to a much better start than last game. We can actually get a early conservation project now. So we're gonna get the 2 rep there. So let's see, if we take one of the continents off, we could take America off, I guess, and get one of the benefits. What are the benefits here again? All right, well, that's not going to tell me. That's fine. I don't think I want the worker because I think I'm going to be just slamming break 5 here. So I think I actually might want to take a... take a 2 enclosure and start working our way out of this corner. Okay, they don't have any of these yet, right? So they're probably taking a, what do we think, a university here? Or they're releasing their big boy. Okay. That is pretty good. And which disc? They took off $5. Okay, which makes sense. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead. Now they might be able to drop a bombshell on us here. But I don't think there's much we can do about it. Okay. They're going to get a flamingo there. I think I'm taking the elephant. The question is, where are all the monkeys at? You know, that's the real question here. I don't know that I'm in love with this map yet. Okay, I'm gonna build there, take one off the top, and because I want to start working my way towards other areas on the map. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take now, well, now that I have Explorer. Alright, so I'm gonna build, then I'm gonna take, well, no, I'm gonna take a Europe partner zoo. That lets me flip sponsors. Okay, hold on. Let's consider our options here. So we're definitely building. So I could just drop the eagle now. So I could take the Europe Partner Zoo, then I could just drop eagle. So if I do Europe Partner Zoo, I could upgrade animals. Yeah, so if I build like this, right, I can take 1 rep from playing the eagle. Okay, so hear me out. So I build this, right? Next turn I will play the eagle. Determination. Well, no. So I'll take the partner zoo. Then animals will get upgraded. That'll get me 1 rep. Then when I take this Europe thing off, I can get another rep. That'll let me flip sponsors, use my determination to play Explorer. And then we can all go celebrate. I am playing too many birds and not enough different species, but perhaps we'll figure that out. Okay. Opponent playing the petting zoo animal will get them to 4 different animals. So as cool as this next action will be, I am sad to see that we're probably going to lose. We're going to lose the battle on the getting to 5 animal types here, I imagine. I like the versatility of this map. That's what I'm discovering. So, I mean, it's only my second time playing it, but I quite enjoy that, you know, you can kind of take what you need, like which benefit you need at the time that you need it. So that's very cool on this map. And I think the other cool thing that I'm liking about this map is like you don't necessarily like a lot of the maps. It's like, okay, I kind of have like 1 or 2 spots where it really makes sense to start out. But this map, it appears that you kind of just start wherever you need or wherever you have an animal to play. You know, so like it feels like there's a lot more viable, cool places to start on this map. Now, let's see. Okay, we've got a couple breeding programs out there. I think I have to draw off the top. I need to find some more animals that I can play. Okay, Giant Panda's good, but it's real tough to play. I mean, I like both of these sponsors, especially with sponsors 2 upgraded here. I think I actually think I gotta discard this. Yeah, I got it. That's way far away from being played. I actually think I'm kind of digging this idea here of if I go here, right, I can play my yeah, so if I do that, I can move both of these animals out. I have a 3 and a 5 available. And I'm chilling like a villain. I could even play my elephant soon. So yeah, I like that. I'll take this guy out of this one. And I can play my 4 in there. My stork. My lovely stork. Okay, let's see if opponent has a cool thing to play. Alright, so they are gonna be at, yeah, they're gonna be at 5, okay, so now that they've unlocked 2 extra heads here and they're about to get the 5-point association action, we need to trigger the break here. As much as I would love to play these 2 cards, I think it's time to trigger the break. We get a bunch of money. Okay, so now we have the decision of arcade versus water playground. Now, arcade, is that the one gain 2 appeal for each other player who has less appeal than yours? So if we think we're going to be the higher appeal person. Hmm. Man, our opponent has really dropped some bombs this game. They're about to hit 10 conservation here. This really hurt not getting to the species diversity. It's okay. We are going to be at 3 Europe here, almost moving our way up to 4. So it's not all bad. And we have Explorer going. I mean, if you're a little behind but you have Explorer, there's always hope for you, is how I kind of feel. All right, there we go. Explorer's already kicking in. Big boy, the bush elephant. And give me something good. Well, it's going to have to be Favorite Zoo because we are nowhere near Research Zoo. Man, that early release was very strong for our opponent here. Man, we are in need of some cards here, so let's see what we can draw off the top. I think I need to get the... I'm never going to get that partner zoo, am I? I don't think the way to win this game is getting that American partner zoo. Opponent wants the break. Okay. They do not want me to use my double build, even though I could only build... I only had $5, but okay. So let's see. They have the potential to do something with that predator breeding program. Okay. So... So we could take a university that's going to get us another worker. We've got a bunch of small enclosures, no small animals. I mean, I think that our way back in this is Waj's special assignment playing small animals. I'd really like to get this build out of the way is what would really be nice. Let's just build some stuff. Really wish I had a little more money. It's just, it's probably not, it's probably too late for kiosks. I think we want to build get an X here. Nah, it's not too late. We'll go kiosk here. I really wish this was release Europe. So I need some small Europe animals or something here. I really don't know how we ended up so broke this game. That's what's eluding me here. I think the approach here is to play the Waza special assignment, get an awesome animal off of it, and then just claw our way back into the game through that. We want to focus on small animals. Boy, oh boy, that's a bad misclick if you've ever done that. Okay, great. An animal we can't play. That's not our favorite. Alright, so we can at least get our extra worker and drop this guy over here. We'll use our flocking ability with the big elephant. Man, I somehow pulled ahead of him just enough to get pilfered. That's rough. That's a tough one. Getting some more off the top, and maybe we'll draw something useful here eventually. We'll see if the opponent triggers the break here. So I could play Sponsors 5 to get the Monkey Park. That would give me 2 primates. I'm not doing it. I'm going to take the university, let me play the Cotton Top, and we're going to try to get primates 4 and Europe 5 and see how that goes. He's going to trigger the break here. Or no, he's going to play. Okay. Expert on Africa. Okay. I suppose I have to trigger the break then. So we are way behind on money, so we're going to have to just keep pressing the brakes and try to get our way back into this by getting primates in Europe here. Okay. There's definitely worse things that could have happened. Is the rep worth? No, the rep is not worth. Alright, so we're going to go with this little guy here. This little piggy went to market. Get a bunch of extra points because he's small. Then this little piggy is going to go to market. Oh, wait, cancel. Undo. Undo. I'm going to do it the correct way and actually put my American guy in my American thing. And we haven't flipped cards, so it is not the best time to get rep with our thing here. We're going to clever away our build action. Okay, there it is. We did some cool stuff. See, it's a 2, a 1, and a 1 that way, and it's a 2, a 1, and a 1 that way. Okay. Don't have an Asia to release. That's too bad. I don't have a carnivore for the breeding program. Gotta upgrade cards here, or I'm stuck. Oh, get the reputation. Don't have a place to play cable car. I mean, I like the vulture. It's a little expensive, but I like the vulture. I wish there was a monkey. I'm going to draw one off the deck because I don't think he's going to play the vulture, so this gives us a chance to do some cool stuff. That is not what we were looking for. Opponent is building. Okay, they're going to finish their map. Wow, okay. And then let's see if this sponsor is crazy. Okay, that's 1 point. That's not the end of the world. So they have so much money, though. Which is quite unfortunate for us. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to draw cards. And leopard is good. That actually lets us get one of these conservation projects here. That's also good. And then I'll take this bird. Undo. I cannot play the bird because I'm a small animals guy. So undo last step. Draw one more off the top, I suppose. Yep. Okay, let's see how bad the damage is here. If he plays a eagle, we are in bad shape. Okay, so he's going to play the vulture, which is fine. Takes the national park. Okay, to release the vulture, yeah. Okay, he's going to start over. Okay, so what enclosures? He's got a 3, a petting zoo, a 2, and a 1. Okay, pretty much anything but except something big. I love the snowy owl. It's too bad. I feel like I had that in my starting hand, so he must have really scavenged deep on that one. Okay. Hail Mary time here. Alright, we gotta just trigger the brake here. And hope he doesn't have enough to win next turn. And then also hope something cool comes off the top of the deck so that we can play it. Okay, so the monkey's cool. We like the monkey. So we can play monkey, leopard, and then take geological, which is real neat. Oh boy. Migration recording before he releases, that's going to be brutal. Okay, so. Gain from Explorer. We love exploring. I want to take this monkey, but if I play the monkey, then I don't have... Oh, that's fine. I'll have 4 primates, so I don't need the leopard then. Oof, okay, so does this get them to 100? That's the real question here. So I think it does, unfortunately. So then they have 84. Maybe they're saving up for playing 2 animals next turn, and hopefully we're not done here. We fell a little behind. The opponent had a very good start with releasing a large animal and then playing the fur seal. I forget what the animal they released early on was, but so they get 18 here and then 21. Is that 100 exactly? I think I think they might be getting exactly 100 here. Yeah. 102, 105. Okay. Well, we are unfortunately going to fall a little short on this one here, I believe. Well, let's see here. we definitely want to do primates. That's the most points we can get. So they were like 1 turn faster than we could have been. So that's not great. But we can take this pavilion off and cover our map. Did I not cover our map there? Or did we get the 7 points? Am I crazy? Oh, there's a spot on my map right there. Oh no, it's a tragedy. Undo then. I thought I'd get the 7 points there. That would have made it very cool. But instead I'll just take the 1 rep here. Yeah, so we are going to fall a little short there. Unfortunate. Yeah, so I'm still working on my settings. Sorry, we'll take a break to discuss this here. That black box is supposed to be the chat, the stream chat. So let me screw around with that for a second. I'm supposed to see what you guys are saying in there, but it's not working for whatever reason. Give me a sec here. Let's see here. Huh. Yeah, I mean the big takeaways there. We fell behind, but I think we fought back into that. I mean, just, before we move on, I think we'll play 1 game of Earth before calling it a night, but we didn't see a lot of monkeys, right? We set ourselves up good with primates, or with Baboon Rock. I think that was the right keep in the opening hand. I think we might have been able to slow him down by 1 turn if we'd have actually taken this vulture. Where was it? The vulture he just released, I think, might have been the best bet. I'm just gonna hide this. I'm gonna hide this chat viewer for now because it doesn't appear to be working properly. It was working at first. I'm using XSplit broadcaster, but I might get OBS, or there's also like Streamlabs, I think is by OBS, right? I don't know which of those is better, but all right. So we suffered a tough loss at the hands of a pretty good player there. Let's switch gears and take a stab at some Earth now. Well, you know what? Before we get into Earth, let's take a look at our turn-based game we have going here. So couple of the chatters here are in the game. Our resident top 10 player here is just pulled himself ahead of me. So let's see what we want to do with this move here. I believe I probably shouldn't be showing him my cards, but what are you gonna do? I think I was in the business of playing animals, if I remember this game correctly. And I was gonna play the wombat for sure. And probably the tortoise. I think I was hoping in this game to somehow get 1 more herbivore to get to 5, but that doesn't appear to be happening, does it? This ironically, another game where we've got monkeys galore, where we've monkeyed around in 2 straight games here. Don't know how that ended up going down, but Not going to sell a card. So we've got ourselves 93 points, so we can end the game next turn. Looks like Zab is going to steal our Herbivores 4, so that might cost us dearly, but we can live to die another day. Let's try one Earth for the night, fellas and ladies. So as if I didn't make enough minor mistakes streaming Ark Nova, I will say that Earth has like probably 350 things going on at a time, and I can only keep track of maybe 4 or 5 of them effectively. So I'm not a bad Earth player, but I still have a lot to learn before becoming like the Earth Grandmaster. So it's really not a good game for people with ADD like myself. Should not probably actually play this game because it's not good for us. Yeah, and the worst part is that the what's it called? The shoot. They give you too many options. They give you 4 options, so it's terrible. So let's start. I always start by looking at the fauna cards, because that's like getting in a 2-player game. I think if you get all the 6, if you can get all 4 fauna cards before your opponent, you're pretty good shape. So we need 4 trees, odd numbers of points, directional aids, and 7 with at least 1 growth. Okay, so 4 trees shouldn't be hard. Odd point values. I always like to try to, if I have the odd or even, I like to try to get like a head start by getting islands that match those. As I say that, I don't have an island with an even number or an odd number. Okay, and then our end of game are 4 growths on them. Or not growth, sorry, 4 plants, and then 2 per canopy. So those don't really line up with each other at all. What I like to do for this one is get the stuff that only needs 1. That I think is kind of the key to getting a lot of points off this, is like the one that you can get a canopy with just 1 growth. So we'll look out for cards like that. Okay, so I'm leaning toward, so if I'm thinking that I want to maximize this by getting a lot of canopies on small things, I think this goes well with it. So let's just live that truth. And then I'm going to take one of these 3-pointers, either this one or this one, because it gets me the odd number things. Trees. Okay, so I have 4 trees. These are basically the same. I think I picked yellow more than I picked blue, so I'm going to take this. And then Volcano sucks, and I keep trying to prove that it doesn't suck, but it still sucks. That's what I've learned in my 5 plays of Volcano. So it's either... So I could play Arctic stuff, or I could play terrain. So I think I'm going to pick Kawaii. 1, because you get a lot of cards, and 2, because the directional aids tend to be on terrain, which is what Kawaii cares about. So we're going to go Kawaii, desert, desert, because, of all the deserts on Kawaii. So that seems that's about all I can ask for, is that I use some amount of logic when picking my cards. So I think that's going to be enough for us to call that the right decision. Okay, perfect. All right, so we got to get rid of 5 of these. I think... so this is not that good early on. This is an inexpensive tree. So we definitely want to keep these 2 trees that are cheap, because we need 4 trees. So we want to race to 4 trees. I think that's going to be easy, is racing to 4 trees. Now, the slime mold helps us get the directional one. So I'm gonna get rid of this hurricane. I'm gonna get rid of this. I like drawing cards. Oh, shut up. These both have directional things, but I think I get rid of this. That felt right. Let's be nice people. Good luck and have fun. Okay, so I think we have a good chance of racing to the 4 trees. What would have been really nice is one of those, like the tree where you get to put stuff on all your other trees in the row, because that would have got us both of these. Um, I these are good because they both they can at least hold 4 things on them. See, my ADD already kicked in because I already these don't even have the ability to get canopies, so we kind of fell off on that one, but it's okay. We'll live to die another day. I don't think I should have kept this. I actually don't like this card at all. Like, unless you have a way of drawing a lot of cards, this one's like, I don't know. It's okay at the end of the game to capitalize on points, but it's not my favorite. I think we're gonna, if so, we go second. If he plants, I think we'll start with probably this fella right here. Oh, is that? No, I didn't even know. So what are these? Are these like, I want to discard this? Oh, it's like a ordering thing. No. You know what? I think maybe I'm learning more from chat than I'm actually teaching to chat, which is it's maybe a bad sign. Maybe it shows, well, it's areas of room for growth, you know? Okay. So we have a lot of good cheap cards, which I'm very happy with. I think what is our opponent doing here? They're composting. Okay. Oh no, they're planting. Okay. So they get 1 soil on yellow. They have sun. Okay, so they want sun stuff. All right, so we're gonna play one of our. I think I really like the strawberry, and no, I think I'm gonna play the wild syringa here, and then draw cards, and then take the yellow action. Then I have a place to put all the growth, and I want to try to draw the 4 trees because I think that that's like the easiest one to get is the 4 trees, and so that's kind of a race. So I'm gonna do the yellow action because then if I do yellow And then he plants again. He did not play 2 trees. So we're fine. So I'm gonna okay. Get some soil. Gain our growth. Okay, so what did we draw here? So slime mold, I want to get this down. I also really like this card. So this one's an odd number. We need 7 odd numbers and we need trees. I drew 0 trees. So we still only have 2 trees. I'm probably going to just drop these 2 here. Get my card draw engine going and does he can compost for soil. Okay, so we will spend our growth here. So we have a lot. We have $11. I mean, theoretically, we could just drop this lake now and just. I mean, that's a directional thing, right? And we get to draw a card. It's not like the worst thing I've ever done. And then I could still play like this Andromeda maybe, or maybe the slime mold. Yeah, and I could just play the slime molded diagonal from it. That's cool. And then, yeah. Nope, that was not the right place. Okay, so now there's no undo button. That's fun. That was supposed to go down there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, good to know that sometimes it doesn't want you to have undos, and sometimes it does. Which tree do we want? Oh, boy. I actually like this event, but I gotta get a tree, I think. I have to get a tree. It's probably this one, because it's easier to get the canopy, and we want the canopy stuff. Yeah. We draw a free one here. Okay. I think I'm going to play this thing. And some growth. So that's kind of cool. I could just take red. No. What does he get on yellow? He gets... he's got 2 mushrooms there. It's pretty good. Hey, look at that. I drew a tree. I like that. I like your system there. I imagine if I ever played this game in person, I'd probably put them in like little piles or something, you know, or like turn them upside down if I know I want to get rid of them or something. Okay, so we want to play this one. And I mean, actually, and if he plants, I could just play this for free, which is cool, because that's effectively, I could use that for soil. I don't know. So he probably can't plant here. So I'm going to go ahead and just plant these two. And I'm going to put stuff around that slime mold because that's what I should be doing. Dragon blood tree. I'll go here, I suppose, or here. Doesn't really matter, does it? Sure. All right, so hold on. I need 2 more trees, 2 more directionals, and 2 more odds, and then I need to start growing. None of those are odds or directionals or any of that crap, so... Oh, this is a tree that I can pay with growth. Okay, that's cool. That's a thing. Oh no. We were beaten to the punch on directional aids. I think that's okay. That's an okay casualty to take. And we got another tree. Everything's coming up us. So actually, on our turn, we can plant these 2 trees, and we've got our trees done. If we get those 2 trees, we're not doing so hot on odds, though. Odd numbers, okay. But he's not doing so hot on odd. I don't think he's going to beat us to odds, so then... Okay, so we're going to plant our trees. This is a pine tree. Heyo. Alright, 4 trees. We did it. Okay, this is a tree. This is everything. This is a tree, but we don't need to care about trees anymore. Extinct volcano is very good. But we can't afford it. That's one problem with it. And we don't care about not doing the red action, I don't think. So that's probably fine. I think I'm going to take Extinct Volcano. It's a little late, but we will get to activate it a couple times. So we did not play any of those, so that's okay. So I think things are looking up. This directional aid one's a little tricky. I've been drawing a lot of cards, and I haven't seen a directional aid situation, so. And okay, so this, I got a cheap odd number here. I'd like to play this next. So let's see, if I do yellow, I actually get a bunch of growth and I get four soil. Or I could just do red and I could get 8 soil. What's our opponent going to do? Is he going to plant? Probably going to plant, yeah. Pretty sure I did not click there. Definitely would have not wanted to put that there because of the mushroom, but I guess it thought I clicked there, so that happened. That's an unfortunate misclick. Could cost us 5 points, but it also could not cost us 5 points, so that's nice. All right. I think I might have to call it quits on this extinct volcano, even though it's great. Because I gotta find directional aids, and yeah, I'm gonna search for some directional aids. Okay, that's good because it's a mushroom. To our board. Take one off of there. Draw a card and get a growth. Grow down here. 2 more soil, so we're up to 4. Get a growth here, and a growth here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6. I'm almost there. So life is good on the yellows for us. So we need to play an odd. I think we're playing this fungus guy here. Because that'll get us odd. And then we're almost here. And I guess we just give up on directional aids, huh? Interesting. So I think, let's see, I have no blue abilities. It's tough times. This opponent has a couple blues. So, okay. So if I take 2, I have 6. I can use my 3 sprouts to make it 8. I could do volcano and fungus. Yeah, so I'll take that. Yeah. Alright, so we'll eat up these guys. And then plant it up. Look at that. Odd numbers. Man, I've never filled up an elephant grass, but I've always wanted to. 10 points. That's a lot of points. And we'll take the fog because it's 2 free points. And actually, if I play an event here, if I go fog, that was perfect draw because I go there. And doesn't matter where I put that. We steal the woodpecker action as well. So we've got first, and then we maybe we'll eventually get some directional aids. Okay, so we are pretty, there's 12, 26 points there. We have 16, so he's 10 ahead on all this stuff here. But we do have this lake going, and we're kicking booty on the animals. So I don't know if I don't have anything to plant if he picks plant. Actually, I could plant this strawberry, although it's a 0-pointer. Yeah, I think I'll plant the strawberry because we want to speed the game up here. And this gives me it helps me towards the desert, so it's not the worst. I can't imagine that this will be fun at the World Series when everyone wants to add up all the points every turn, and there's 16 cards in everyone's tableau and everyone's trying to decide what to do, and people have their abacus out, sliding it left and right and all that. It's going to be exhausting. I think I might grow actually one more time because I get I get 4 soil and I get a bunch of growth. So, and I can actually put cards out of my hand as well. So I'm going to use this to put things on there. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2 there. I want to get these guys canopied up. Yes, I gotta show you something. I'm gonna pull it up. I want to say, what's it called? Uh, where's the one? I'm getting distracted. They have like a 6-way chess timer thing that I was trying to show you because like it's hard with the multiplayer games. It's not, you can't just do the chess timer thing. But all right, get rid of a card from our hand to draw 2. This, I'm never gonna get to 13 soil, so that's gone. Draw a card. Grow here. And then I get 3 there from this guy. Okay, I can, let's see, get rid of a soil to do 3 out of my hand. Okay, so that, I definitely not going to get to 15 soil. Oh, here we go. Hey, that has a directional aid, so I might play that, and that's exciting. Might be able to actually get the last thing. Man, look at all these canopies. We are really, really doing the canopy thing. I'm proud of us. Welcome to the woodpecker party. See, this is only 3, right? That's progress. Yeah, I need 2 more directional. It's just so hard to get directional aid cards. There's like not very many of them. This guy's killing us with the blue actions. But we actually get 3 points off that, so I'm not, it's like not the end of the world. Okay, this is too expensive. This is too expensive. This is definitely too expensive. Okay, what are these? I have no good terrain to get any points. I could. Okay, so let's see. 1 more mushroom. That's, I'm definitely putting a mushroom there. So I definitely want to play this sucker. I could play lava tube to try to draw something that has directions on it. Theoretically. Let's try that. I think it's worth it. None of those have directional aids on them. Man, that'd be real cool if I played this plateau and just put all my cards in my hand. But I don't have $9. Okay, hear me out. What if I draw cards again? And then I grow a bunch of stuff. See, growing doesn't, I don't have enough places to grow though. I could spend 2 of them. But I still don't think I should be doing that. I can't pick the red action because of this. Okay, what I could do is I could play this event, the tropical storm, right? And then I could ditch those 2. Reset that. Ditch those 2. Pay it. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Gain them. Convert. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll plant some stuff. And this guy's directional. And he's a mushroom, so he goes there. Didn't misclick this time. And now, do any of these actually help me? Not really. 4 for every 2 flora with 2 or less growth spots on them. This one has a, I could canopy on this guy. each with 4 plus. I'm not going to get that. It's probably this one. Yeah. Which that cost us 5 points, that misclick earlier, but that's okay. That's life. Hey, it's a directional card. Look at that. Everything's coming out. Nice. Okay. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, man. We'll do this more often. All right, let's see the score here. Okay, we're winning that. There we go. Okay, not a bad one there. 185. Haha, we've dug our way into silver. All right, so let's look at the recap here. So, 9 rounds. It's about a little slow, maybe, but did a good job at beating him to the punch on the bonus tiles or the fauna. We had that 5-point misplay, but ultimately that's a good margin of victory. So, all right, well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. That was 2 games of Ark Nova we got in there. Pretty dominating, good win in Ark Nova, then a close loss that opponent had some good plays, highly rated opponent, so not the end of the world, and then a success in the Earth front. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for engaging in the chat. Look forward to a new video coming out this weekend, and have fun gaming out there. Thanks.